Hello, everybody. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. Let's continue on with our mage. I think okay, we just got to the Barrens, so we're gonna start questing in the Barrens. We kind of skipped Silverpine for the moment, to do something a little, have a little change of pace, and I feel like the Barrens may be a little bit safer as well. Okay, perfect. It's gonna be shorter stream today. Probably about an hour and a half. Um, but I just really wanted to play before work today. Okay, we gotta kill. Okay, so these are not gonna be too bad. Hmm. Hey, what's up, Rexlin? How are you? Oh, to be level 13. You're good? I'm good. Excited for today's workday to be over so we can have the weekend. Just starting my day though. No. Bird over here. You stayed home from work for three-day weekend? Nice. Thank you, sir, for killing my chicken. Why my lighting seems so bright. A bit better. You on that mage life now? Yep. The level 17, almost level 18 rogue died. So we decided to make a mage, and we kind of skipped the Silverpine Forest because Silverpine just seems way more dangerous than the Barrens. But I may go back to Silverpine at some point. Yeah, the rogue was killing an enemy just like normal, but a patrol went by and aggroed at a very bad time. The rogue is ripped. So we've had 7 character deaths. So this is character number 18. All right, number 8. But I got a good feeling about this one. Every time I die, it's like, oh, I didn't know that happened, or oh, I should be careful with that. But it's kind of always been my fault. So no hard feelings to the game. Although you're a mage in Maine because from BC till Miss. Oh yeah? I'm liking mage too. Wish I didn't run out of mana between enemies so much, but I think that I'll get stuff to help me with that. I was on this mage and I was fighting a murloc and my power went out in my apartment. And I was like, well, I'm gonna log back in dead. And the internet didn't come back on until like 10 minutes later. And I logged back in and I was fine. It turned out someone saw me disconnect and saved my life. I really like the AoE capability that mage has. I just don't know if I want to AoE on hardcore. Finally. Finally. How do I not find a beak on every single one? They all have beaks. Hey, hey, what's up, Ellie? How are you? How's your stream going, Ellie? Yep, cutie alert. Ick. Wonder if Grell will serve a plain strider in his restaurant. my graphics flash every once in a while. Bothers me. Oh, oh, please don't be leather. Cloth. That's the best chess piece I ever found. I don't think I've ever found a chess piece with actual stats on it before. It's just one more chicken beak.
Ho ho. May your blades never dull.
Oh, thank you.
Greetings. Go
All
forth.
right, now we gotta get some zebra hooves. Those things are a little higher level, so I think I'm gonna skip them unless I can find some closer to my level. But we're gonna go over here, kill some of these raised remains. I have not done Barons on healer before. Did it on a rogue, and so I should be fine. Um, Earth 70. Pig. Ooh, boots. Ugh. If this character dies, I think I'm gonna make a Alliance character for sure. I know. Shh. No. I mean, I'm gonna make a Alliance character so I can, um, uh, ironically, you know, because, you know, they're terrible. Like I even have a Horde mug. So I can spy. Exactly. Rexlin, did you hear in the next patch, I think it's coming out in like a week or two, in retail, they are going to, uh-oh. Hold on. They're going to allow cross-faction guilds. I feel like the Alliance and Horde rivalry is finally dead. Something about that? Or was just someone trolling? Nope. Official cross-faction guilds in retail. You can even cross, even before that though, you can cross faction dungeon as well, I believe. I know. I mean, for the game, it's good for the game. I mean, think about it. Like, The rivalry between Horde and Alliance is fun and all, right? But it's a terrible business decision to, in an MMO, to even on one server split the player base. Can you imagine like Final Fantasy 14 and you're on your server and you just automatically can't play with half of the players? And how MMOs work forever. Final Fantasy 14 was the exception. I started playing. My first MMO was Final Fantasy 11, and it didn't do that. But maybe it's just a Final Fantasy thing. In this day and age, though, you didn't even know there was a Final Fantasy MMO before 14. Oh, really? Yeah, it predates WoW. Oh, I played it for like, I want to say like 10 or 11 years. It's still ongoing too. You can still download and sub to it. I feel like it's gonna pull more than I want. This is gonna pull more than I want. All right, here we go. Pull, good pull. That. But yeah, Mikote, every race in Final Fantasy 14, except for like the expansion races like Ara and Hrothgar, they're based on Final Fantasy 11 races. The Lalafell were called Taru Taru in Final Fantasy 11, and the Mikote were called Mithra, and the Rose were called Galkas. Pure were called Humes. The elves were called Elizin. I don't know. I don't remember what they're called in Final Fantasy 14. They may have stayed the same. I'm in combat. I don't like that. What am I in combat with? Still, oh no, there we go. Do, 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 do. To be fair, you didn't know Final Fantasy 14 was a thing till like last year. You're out of the Final Fantasy world since like 9. Oh, okay. Is it that I'm Ends empty egg? Anything to start it. So I'm gonna leave. Meet me. Good name. All right. Oh, box over here. Well, this guy and I are both, we're both after the same thing. Running, running. That guy was gonna steal my boxes, hoping that I would get aggro. Joke's on him. Alright, we need zebra heads, or zebra hooves, and raptor heads. I think we'll probably have better luck closer to camp with. I think they're a higher level here. This is 14. See if we can do this. And second on MMO, since you think you want to get further in Final Fantasy 14, might try to get into DJing in the 14 clubs. Awesome. In the near future, which means start streaming, and I need to get better glam. That would be awesome. You already have a character, and if so, what server do you play on? What data center? Honk, honk the zebra. You. You're only in post ARR, but you moved to the new data center with your FC, the new Dynamis data center. Yeah? Hey, that means if you, I can visit you. If you ever need help glam hunting, let me know. Leon and I can probably help you out and, help you glam hunt some things. Thank you. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. I've been playing, I'm on, Aether Data Center on, what is it? I cannot think of the name. Anyways, Aether Data Center. And I've been playing since, the closed beta. Well, I'm kind of just taking a break, letting content build up a little bit. Oh, you were on Aether Gilgamesh. Oof. That must have been fun.
Pralhal. Dabu.
Go back to Aether when you want to queue for PvP because the wait's still pretty long on the new data center. That makes sense. I wish that they had I wish the duty finder for things was cross data center. Because that's always a real struggle with the new servers, the new data centers. Is sure you could visit back and forth and the community's not really split. Except when it comes to duty finder. And that can be a big deal. I remember when I was in late game, I made an alt on the Australian servers when they came out, and I was a healer. And I got into the late game, and there was a trial that I was trying to queue for, and I waited for like 2 hours as a healer, and I couldn't find a group for it. And that was when the servers were like new and popular, kinda. So I'm sure it's like worse now. I think 2 hours as a healer. Yeah, I think they said they have the capability to not only do cross data center duty finder, but also like cross region, like server travel. I think they just said they haven't decided if they want to do that because of complications that can happen with like latency. I mean, at least like same region data centers should be able to share a duty finder, I think. Yeah, it would be hard. Like, imagine if you were recruiting for like a clear of the new ultimate raid and like you had no control over what region people were that were joining you, and just it would make it a lot more difficult to clear something like that. Unless they added like a restriction, like in the party finder, you could say, oh, same data center only, which would be an easy solve, right? If you're putting something together in the party finder and there's a little thing you can check that says only allow same data center people to join, then problem solved. Honestly, I think that they implemented the same region data center travel just as a test to see if people will actually utilize it, because you'd be surprised how often people are like, we really want this thing, we really, really, really want it, and then they get it and no one uses it. So I think they maybe use the same region as like a test to see, hey, before we spend more research, like more resources further developing in this, let's make sure people are actually going to use it. Like, I remember when they came out with the Vieira, right? And people were so upset that there were no male Vieiras. They're like, I can't believe there's no male Vieiras. We want male Vieiras. And they were so excited when male Vieiras were announced. It was like the best thing ever. Like, people cried. They were so happy. But you barely ever see any male Vieiras. Like, no one really plays them, at least not on my server. So it's like all this big deal, and they finally do it, and then a few people do it. I will say though, even though I don't play a male Vieira, it is nice to see them around occasionally, right? It's more character variety. Mhm. You know, it's funny because I've been really enjoying hardcore on WoW. I'm like, you know what? I really love Final Fantasy. I'm gonna try a hardcore character on Final Fantasy. An hour into it, I was bored. Like I was just like, nope, this isn't. It doesn't work with this game. Because the problem is with Final Fantasy and like there being like a hardcore is there is literally no danger of ever dying in the overworld. Like you're just not gonna die. Final Fantasy has, if that was one thing I could change about the game, it was, it would be to have actual overworld content outside of just main scenario quests and the occasional fates. People doing the Iron Man challenge on Final Fantasy 14 seems the only way they're scared of dying is in the group stuff, going full synced and stuff. Yeah, I was like, I was playing it. I was like an hour in, and I was like, you know, I'm thinking through this because I have 24 characters on Final Fantasy. I've leveled a lot of alt characters, right? So, and I'm very experienced going through and leveling through the game. And I was like thinking ahead. I'm like, you know, the only time I'm going to be in danger of dying is if I'm doing like a trial or a dungeon. And the only way I'm going to die is if someone else messes up because I've done those things so many times. Like I'm not gonna die, right? Like I've done them so many times. I'm just like, so ultimately I'm either gonna be coasting through this for 200 hours, or if I do die, I'm gonna be pretty bitter about it because it's gonna be someone else's fault. Now, that being said, Final Fantasy 14 does kind of have its own hardcore mode, and really that's like solo Palace of the Dead. That's kind of like their equivalent. Got a couple worlds in open world before flying and dying in place. That took you a bit longer to get, but yeah. Yeah, whenever I died, even when I was a new character, whenever I died in the overworld, it was always out of like curiosity of something that I should have stayed away from. Like seeing like a level 50 hunt mob and just being like, ooh, I wonder what this is. And then just poking it and then dying. So we got another raptor head. Yeah, those hunt mobs. Those hunt mobs are brutal because they stand out and you're just like, oh. And you think, like, as a new player, like, I bet that drops really good loot. Which it doesn't. It just drops tokens, right? But you don't know that, so you, like, poke it and then... Or you see someone else fighting it. Like, someone who could actually potentially kill it. And you're like, I wonder if I join in, I'll get credit for the kill and get some loot. And then there's like an AoE that just instantly kills you. You know what though? I just realized that you can do trusts in Mistakes are def made on those big bads. Yeah. I also just realized you can do trust now in every story relevant dungeon in the whole game, I believe. So you don't need to group up with players ever except for like a trial like Titan or Ifrit. So that really limits the danger as well. Because you can, I mean, the NPCs, like, they just go slow and you're never gonna die. Bad idea. Oh, oh, I didn't see the raptor running. As we're stuck in post era, can't use NPCs on things like hard striking tree. True, true. I think when they redid the A Realm Reborn storyline, they should have taken out the hard. They should have taken out the hard trials. There's no point to them. Yeah, they're required to advance the storyline, and there's no point to them. They don't drop loot. The only time you're ever going to do them is when the story arbitrarily makes you go and do every single one over again. There's not enough different mechanics from the original that makes it like different, and there's extreme versions of them as well. So there's literally no point to the hard mode of those trials. They should have just taken them out. They don't add anything, and it's a really annoying barrier to get through as you're doing A Realm Reborn. The good news is, if you are stuck on them and you decide to come back, just let me know and I can just go in and just obliterate them for you. We can go in unsynced. Instant queue, and we just go in and they're just instantly dead. It's not like they're a challenge anyway, so... The only challenge is the queue time. I don't like this. I don't like this area. There are some dangerous turtles down there. Do not let me go down there. touch me, hyena. Oh, I leveled up. Didn't even realize. If I make an alliance to what race are you thinking? Okay, I'm torn. I've been watching some other hardcore VTubers, not VTubers, Twitch streamers play Night Elf, and I think that the starting area for Night Elf looks really cool, and I'm interested in going through it. However, I really want to make a bald human character named Skim Beeble. So I'm conflicted. I haven't, hopefully I don't die and it doesn't come to that. But if it does, probably a human. But that being said, I don't know what races not races. I don't know what classes they're limited to, so it'll probably be dependent on what classes they can be. I think humans can be a mage. I think they can be hunter. Maybe they can't be hunter, I'm not sure. Ooh, level 15, is this a bad idea? Is this gonna be a bad idea? We're good, we're good. That could have been really bad if my Frost Nova resisted. They can in real time, I don't know. I don't think they could be Hunter back in the classic days. Yeah, it was, you know, it's funny how much, how little Final Fantasy 14 can get away with and how much World of Warcraft gets away with. Like, people are like up in arms that Vieira can't wear most hats. But like World of Warcraft, like if it was World of Warcraft, Vieira wouldn't be able to be most classes. But they get away with it. In fact, the most recent WoW retail class, the Drakthir, they released a new race and class, which the race being Drakthir and the class being Evoker. And only Drakthir can be Evoker, and only Evokers can be Drakthir. So they released a new race that can only be one class, and they released a new class that can only be used on one race. Final Fantasy 14 would never get away with that. Never get away with that. Can you imagine Final Fantasy releasing a new race and a new class, and that class and race are locked together? Be like doomsday on Final Fantasy 14 if that happened. Yeah, they'd be destroyed. Yeah. But somehow Blizzard gets away with it. Not to mention, it's like, WoW's like, what is it, like almost, it's like 15 years old or more? and you still have old races and old classes that can't be races. And then they say their excuse is, oh, it's for lore reasons. Like they can't be, it's for lore reasons they can't. You have an undead priest. So what is more lore breaking than a zombie priest? Uh-oh. See? Uh-oh. Danger. Danger. Polymorph. Okay, we got polymorph off. That's good. They've always had things that didn't make sense with the lore. Yeah. Oh, wait, what the heck? Okay, I learned something. I learned that enemies recover health in polymorph. So I can't use it as like a give me time to be ready to continue fighting sort of thing. DC downfalls, yeah. I think that if I die on mage, what's gonna happen is my Frost Nova is gonna fail in a moment where I'm depending on it to not fail. Why don't you just spend hundreds of hours in the forest fighting boars? Yep, I know, that's what I should do. That it should be, you know what? They should have the South Park challenge where you have to get max level by killing like level 1 boars. Or you know what? Just like a boars only challenge. That can probably be done, right? Like I'm sure there's boars in the world of every level that you can kill over and over again for a South Park challenge. And you know what? I bet I would be the only person doing it too. I could be a world first South Park challenge. Boars only 1 to 60. I'd have to do it on Alliance though, to stay true to the South Park episode. Mhm. If I do if I do a hardcore 1 to 60 boars only challenge in honor of the South Park episode, I expect Blizzard to award me with the legendary sword in that episode. Since you're never at home during the day, you don't keep food in the house, you just bring something home for dinner. You don't have anything to eat right now except a big strawberry cupcake. That big strawberry cupcake sounds like the perfect meal, especially if it's big. There has to be a way to get that sword for, yeah, the sword of 1,000 truths, right? I wonder if it's actually in the game. You know, there's a lot of raptors over here. I'm gonna head over here. They're lower level too, it looks like. I'll have to look up to see if anyone's done a boars only challenge before. I met someone who they were the world first, probably world only, walking only hardcore character. They played through the whole game on classic hardcore and they only walked, no mount, no running. Just RP walking the whole time. They said it took them like 400 hours. Not only is that insane, like that time commitment, like because he not only that, but they said they did all of the raids and dungeons walking only. Can you imagine? You'd have to preemptively start dodging mechanics because you couldn't RP walk out of things, right? Like you'd, I don't know. I wouldn't. That just seems like something I wouldn't be willing to do, not even for bragging rights. All right, this is maybe dangerous. Well, here's a raptor. Away from me, hyena. Yeah, good mitigation. Yeah, you're right. Hey, good timing. Alley bubble? Yeah. On a Nixia raid would probably wouldn't do you any good. Yeah, you're right. You know what it is? If he's RP walking through dungeons and through raids, I think the strategy is just to find a group that is just willing to carry you through the content. Yeah, his trick was because he was RP walking. By the time he made it to the bosses, the group had killed it. We figured it out. Best bet would be range, but don't have mitigation on the range class. That's true. True, but like if it's warlock or hunter, you could have a tank pet, right? And you could just sit and grind mobs all day for leveling up. Yeah, it's be get people to break their backs. Yeah. And then just at the very end, after you get carried through the whole thing, you just go, I did it! I'm the greatest! Meanwhile, behind you, there's like 23 other players, like huffing and puffing, having to carry you through everything. I don't think it would be possible if they went all the way through Lich King fights too crazy. True, however, they've only done all the current released content. ICC, that not all of the Lich King raids are released yet, so they wouldn't have done that one yet. Yeah, we'll see what happens during ICC. Ooh, how did you know I needed to kill you? You need to get back on those ICC solos. Still haven't gotten Invincible mount yet. Oh, Leon and I used to solo duo ICC back in like early Mists of Pandaria. Probably not early, probably late Pandaria. Every week we would do it like 15 times. And Leon finally got, I was on my way home from work on the phone with Leon, and they told me that they got it finally. Used to do like 6 a week, got old. Yeah. Yup. I don't know why. The weirdest thing that WoW does that I just simply don't understand. How are we gonna do? Is I don't understand why WoW locks characters out of old content. Like in Final Fantasy, if it's not the most recent patch, you can do it as many times as you want. You don't get loot locked. I don't know why Blizzard still like, they're like, oh, you can only get loot from that dungeon that's 10 years old once a week. Unless you have multiple characters. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what? I'm gonna back up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is, I had a feeling. Glad I retreated. Could have been bad. I just don't see the harm in just saying, yeah, just have one character and just farm ICC for 10 hours a day until you get the mount. Like, what danger is that? Why do you gotta make a new character each time? We got some new boots. Politics probably. That's what's his name pays him to keep it that way, to keep the mounts more interesting. Asmongold. You know, or maybe it's Blizzard saying, hey, you know what, if someone wants Invincible bad enough, they either have to level up, they either have 1% chance to get it a week. Oh my god. Okay, I am out of here. Holy cow. Almost killed me. Like, they can either level up that character, they can either level up a character for an additional 1% chance, or they can just buy a character boost from us. Most people, if they really care, they're not going to level up the characters, right? They may just pay for the character boost. So maybe it's like Blizzard's like, hey, if we let people farm it as much as they want on one character, people aren't going to buy boosts. those mages are scary and really chunky. Most of the time you spent on grinding for a mount was the green proto drake. Oh, what did you have to grind for that? A year and a half, every 3 days buying a new egg. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. And you know what? It keeps you subbed and it keeps you logged in, even if you're only going in every 3 days just to check. Nope. This. What if it has a wand or something? Oh, look at that heavy. I don't need it, but hey, green item. The next drake didn't take very long. You got lucky on that one. Nice. But you've only but you've only ever seen the lost proto drake alive once, and someone beat you to the kill. Oh, yeah, that one sounds rough. I heard some people transfer to like dead servers just so that there aren't people camping it all the time and they can get it, and then they transfer back. Yeah, you don't want it that bad. Yeah, I know. Ooh. Ooh, good legs. That, oh look, really shows off my thighs. It's sexy, yeah. Ooh la la. Wait, there's a named mob over here I need. I don't know, this seems dangerous. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Let me kill this thing. I don't know what class that named mob is. If it's a mage, then it'd probably kill me. Oops. Sorry, that's my alert. You're level 17, level 13. I decline this for now. Or if they still have the mount you can get in retail by doing the DK starter zone in classic. I don't know. What they really need to do is any item, any transmogs and mounts that you get in classic should carry over to retail. That way you can get discontinued mounts and items. I feel like it would be huge for the game if they did that, and a lot more people would play retail and classic. Okay, it's level 15. Okay, I'm gonna not mess with that. I'm actually gonna go need here still. Oh, some more geomancers. I don't have time right now. Looks like it was something you had to do in pre-patch, so you can't get it now. Oh. I really think taking stuff, having like limited time mounts and things can be really harmful to an MMO. All right, I am out of time. I got to Earth back. We'll turn in what quests we can.
Ah, I've been expecting you. May the eternal sun shine. Sub.
What can I do for you? Farewell. Hello. Remember, patience, discipline.
So close. So close to level 13. We'll get it next time. Probably play some after work tonight to celebrate the weekend. Anyways, thank you, Rexman, for joining. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope to see you next time. And we'll get level 13. We'll finish questing here. We may go to Silver Pine Forest as well, because there's some good quests over there. These are getting a little high for us, so we may move. All right, I'm gonna call it. See you, Rexman. Bye-bye.